Hello da Tangam, welcome to Gully Classroom. Today we are going to look at the first lecture in the chapter Chemical Reactions and Equations in CBSE 10th Standard Chemistry Science Book Chapter 1 Chemical Reactions and Equations. Today we are going to look at the first lecture. What is the entire content of this particular chapter, sir? Chemical Reactions and Equations. Obviously, in chemical reactions and equations, we will study what are chemical reactions, how are chemical reactions represented using chemical equations, in chemical equations, what are skeletal chemical equations, what are balanced chemical equations. We will also learn about how to balance each and every chemical equation. Then we will look at the 5 different kinds of chemical reactions. What are the 5 different kinds of chemical reactions, sir? The 5 different kinds of chemical reactions are combination reaction, decomposition reaction, single displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, and finally redox reaction. Sir, what is the fifth reaction, redox reaction? Redox reaction is simply a combination of reduction and oxidation. Redox reaction is simply a combination of reduction and oxidation reaction happening at the same time, happening simultaneously. Hence the name redox. Re for reduction, dox for reduction, ox for oxidation. Yeah? Okay, sir. Can we start the first lecture? Yes. Let us start the first lecture. First, what are the two different types of changes? The two different types of changes are physical changes and chemical changes. Physical changes means the material is changing its physical properties alone. That is, it is getting converted from solid to liquid or from liquid to solid, from liquid to gas or from gas to liquid. Sir, give us an example. Melting of wax and water freezing are good examples for physical changes. Physical changes can easily be reversed. Water can be frozen by putting it in the fridge. Once more, if we take the water out of the fridge, if we take the ice out of the freezer, automatically the ice, solid water melts into liquid water. Okay, sir. So, physical changes can easily be reversed. What about chemical changes? Chemical changes cannot be easily reversed. Atoms combine with each other to form molecules. Atoms combine with each other to form compounds. Here, the two atoms are trying to attain noble gas configuration. What is noble gas configuration? A configuration where the outermost shell, the valence shell of the atoms have 8 electrons. A configuration where the outermost shell, the valence shell of the atom has 8 electrons is called as noble gas configuration. So all the chemical reactions are happening in order to attain noble gas configuration. A chemical reaction is simply a change where one or more substances react to form new substances. Chemical reaction is simply a change where one or more substances react to form a new substance with completely new properties. This is called as a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction can be identified by changes in state, color, temperature, or sometimes there will also be evolution of different gases. Sir, how is this chemical reaction being represented? This chemical reaction is represented using chemical equation. In fact, the definition of chemical equation itself is symbolic representation of a chemical reaction. Symbolic representation of a chemical reaction is a chemical equation. Sir, please give us a good example. Let us take magnesium, atomic number 12, along with oxygen. What is happening? You are getting magnesium oxide. This is a good example of a chemical equation. Here magnesium is represented by Mg, Oxygen molecule is represented by O2. Magnesium oxide is represented by MgO. Okay, sir. Now, let me ask you a question. Yeah, please. Sir, I studied in 9th chemistry about law of conservation of mass. According to law of conservation of mass, what will happen? Mass is neither created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Total mass of all the elements in the reactant must be equal to total mass of all the reactants in the product. So, the total number of oxygen in the reactants must be equal to the total number of oxygen in the product. What are we supposed to do here? You need to balance this equation. Here there are two oxygen there are two oxygen. So here you need to convert this single oxygen into 2. Let us put a 2 here. Okay, here now magnesium has become 2. So in order to compensate that, let us put a 2 here. Here this particular equation is balanced. Okay, sir. Give me another example. Okay, let us look at another example. Cu plus O2 copper plus oxygen will give you CuO. So how are you going to balance this particular equation, sir? Here there is 2 oxygen. In order to compensate that, I will put a 2 here. Copper has been added a 2. So to compensate that, I will put a 2 here. That's it. So this is the second example of some kind of a reaction. I have balanced it. Now you will ask me, sir, let me ask you a question. Yeah, please ask me. What is the name of a reaction which is not balanced? What is the name of a reaction which is not balanced? The name of a reaction which is not balanced like this is called as skeletal equation. A skeletal equation is simply a equation that has only reactants and products. It is not balanced. A skeletal equation is not balanced. Okay, sir. So, in order to convert a skeletal equation into a balanced equation, you need to balance the entire thing. You need to balance the entire thing. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Let me ask you another thing. Yes, please tell me. Is this a balanced equation? No. In a balanced equation, you also need to put the physical state of the reactants and the products. The substances that are reacting are called reactants. The substances that are formed in a chemical reaction is called as products. So you need to put the physical states of each and everything. How are you going to do that, sir? Solid. Magnesium here is a solid. When reacting, here oxygen is a gas. When reacting, what is the physical state of magnesium oxide? Once more, this is a solid. What about copper, sir? Copper is also a solid. Oxygen is a gas and they react to form once more copper CuO, copper oxide, which is once more a solid, So a balanced equation will show the physical state of the reactants and the products. Sir, it will also show the reaction condition. Kindly tell me, what is reaction condition with respect to a chemical equation? What is reaction condition with respect to a chemical equation? Some chemical reactions happen only with specific conditions. Give us an example, sir. Carbon monoxide. Let me repeat. Carbon monoxide, when it combines with hydrogen. Carbon monoxide, when it combines with hydrogen, it forms CH3OH, which is methanol, an important organic compound. Okay, sir. CH3OH is formed when carbon monoxide and H2 combine with each other. You just told me that this particular reaction needs certain specific conditions. What are these conditions? This specific reaction needs a pressure of 320 atmosphere. Also, you need to add a catalyst of Cr2O3 can be added or ZNO can be added. A catalyst of Cr2O3 or ZNO needs to be added in order to increase the rate of this reaction. Sir, kindly tell me what is the meaning of this word catalyst. I understand that you need to give a pressure of 320 atmosphere for carbon monoxide to combine with hydrogen in order to form CH3OH methanol. But what is the meaning of catalyst? Here, catalyst is a substance which increases the rate of the reaction without actually participating in a reaction. What is catalyst? A catalyst is a substance which increases the rate of the reaction without actually participating in the reaction. Sir, give us a practical example for this. Okay, let me give you an example. I am not actually participating in studying with you. Am I right or wrong? I am right. I am not actually participating in your studies, but I am a catalyst. When you are listening to me, you are getting a better idea of the subject and your rate of studying is increasing. The speed of your studying is increasing. You are getting a better understanding of the subject. In the same way, carbon monoxide and hydrogen are helped by the catalyst without actually participating in the reaction in order to form methanol or CH3OH. Are you able to understand this particular reaction? Here in this reaction, I need to also specify the physical states of the reaction. Carbon monoxide is a gas, hydrogen is a gas, methanol is a liquid. So this is a perfectly balanced equation. The physical states of the reactants and the products are given, the condition of the reaction is given, the catalyst is given. Okay sir, okay sir. What else does a balanced equation need to have? A balanced equation also needs to talk about absorption or evolution of gases. In some reactions, gases are absorbed. In some reactions, gases are evolved. That also needs to be indicated. Okay, have I balanced this particular reaction? No, I have not balanced this reaction. Let me balance it. Here there is one carbon, here also there is one carbon. Okay, here there is one oxygen, here also there is one oxygen. Here there is 4 hydrogen. Here there is just 2 hydrogen. So in order to convert this, I am adding a 2 here. So 2 into 2, here hydrogen has also become 4. Now this is a perfectly balanced equation. Okay sir, give us some more nice examples for combination reaction. First of all, what is combination reaction? The first type of reaction. Here, the first type of reaction. Before going to the first type of reaction, let us recall all the 5 types of reaction. Combination reaction, decomposition reaction, single displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, and finally redox reaction, which is nothing but reduction and oxidation reaction happening simultaneously at the same time. Okay Kanna, let us get back to this combination reaction. Combination reaction is basically a reaction where one or more reactants combine to form a single product. Here magnesium and oxygen are 2 reactants. They combine to form a single product, magnesium oxide. Copper and oxygen are 2 reactants. They combine to form copper oxide, which is a single product. Once more, carbon monoxide and hydrogen are 1 or more reactants, 2 reactants combine to form a single product. The key word here is combination reaction has a single product. Okay sir, okay sir. Give us some more examples of combination reaction. Burning of coal, CO2 plus O2 will give you, C plus O2 will give you CO2. Sir, here what is C? C represents coal. C represents coal. This is a self-balanced reaction. Here the reactants and the products are self-balanced. You did not add anything in front of the symbols. Okay sir, okay sir. What next? Burning of coal is a combination reaction. Here coal is in solid form, oxygen is in gaseous form, carbon dioxide is in gaseous form, and it is evolved outside, hence this arrow mark. Are you able to understand the meaning of this arrow mark? Here the arrow mark represents evolution of gas. Arrow mark represents the evolution of gas. Okay, sir, this is burning of coal. What about the formation of water? The formation of water can be written as H2 plus O2 can combine to give H2O. How are you going to balance this particular reaction, sir? Here there is 2 oxygen. Hence, I am going to add a 2 here to convert this 1 oxygen to 2. Now, there are 4 hydrogen. So, in order to convert this 2 hydrogen to 4, I am going to put a 2 here. 2 into 2, 4. Now, this is a balanced equation. Now, this is a balanced equation. This is basically formation of water. What are the physical states? Hydrogen is in gaseous state. Oxygen is in gaseous state. Water will be formed in liquid state. Water will be formed in liquid state. Okay, that is basically burning of, that is basically formation of water. What is the next reaction, sir? What is the next reaction? Next, let us go for H2 plus Cl2 will give you HCl. Here hydrogen and chlorine combine to form hydrochloric acid or HCl. Let us balance this simple equation. Here there are 2 hydrogen and 2 chlorine. So in order to balance this, I am going to add a 2 here. I am going to add a 2 here. Okay, sir. What about the next reaction? Let us write sodium plus O2 will give you Na2O. Here sodium is a solid. It reacts with oxygen, which is a gas, and once more it forms sodium oxide, which is a solid. Here there are 2 oxygen atoms. So here also there will be 2 oxygen atoms. I am going to add a 2 here. Now there are 4 sodium atoms. In order to balance this, I am coming back and writing 4 here. In order to balance this, 2 into 2 is 4. I am coming back and writing 4 here. Yeah, that is basically the reaction. Okay, sir. What else can you teach? What else? What are the other reactions here? Let us go for a famous reaction. I want to teach you a famous combination reaction. What is a famous combination reaction, sir? Hydrogen is combining with nitrogen in order to form ammonia. This is a very famous reaction. It is called as Haber's reaction. This Haber's reaction is used in the manufacture of ammonia in fertilizer industries. In higher secondary classes, this is a very important question. What is Haber's reaction? Hydrogen is combining with nitrogen in order to form NH3 or ammonia. How are you going to balance this particular reaction? I need to first balance hydrogen. Here there is 2 hydrogen, here there is 3 hydrogen. How am I going to balance this? I am going to take LCM for 3 and 2. Here there is 3, here there is 2. So I am going to take LCM for 3 and 2. So what is the LCM? The LCM is 2 into 3, which is 6. How am I going to bring the value 6 over here? I am going to add a 3. So 3 into 2. I am getting a total of 6 hydrogen. Here I am going to add a 2. Here 2 into 3. It is called 2 into 3. I am having 6 hydrogen. Nitrogen. Here there is 2 nitrogen. Here also there is 2 nitrogen. Hence this particular equation is balanced. This particular equation is balanced. Okay, sir. What is the state of physical state of all this? Hydrogen is a gas, nitrogen is a gas, ammonia is a gas. You need to definitely balance each and every equation, but you need not always write the physical states. That is not actually mandatory. Wherever it is required, it is enough that you write the physical states. In the cases where the physical states are definitely required, either they will ask it in the question, they will say write the chemical balanced chemical equation with physical states, or I will specifically tell that in these particular equations you need to write along with the physical states. Wherever you need to write the physical states, I will specifically tell you to write the physical states. Balancing the equations are mandatory, necessary. Writing the physical states are not actually necessary. They are not actually necessary. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Let us go for the next reaction. Okay, let me go for another reaction where I am going to write N2 plus O2 will give you N2 plus O2 will give you NO. How am I supposed to balance this particular reaction? Here I am going to simply put 2 over here. This particular reaction is balanced. Okay, sir. Kindly tell the physical states. It's not actually necessary to write the physical states for a balanced reaction, but anyway, in order to get a feel for it, I am simply writing everything. Nitrogen and oxygen combine to form nitrogen oxide. Okay, sir. In each and every reaction that you have written, what is happening? You are putting two reactants and forming one product. Give me an example where there are three reactants. Definitely, Kana. Come on. Let us go for CaCO3 when it combines with CO2 and H2O. CaCO3 when combines with CO2 and H2O will give you Ca HCO3 twice. Here CaCO3 is nothing but calcium carbonate. CaCO3 is nothing but calcium carbonate. Okay, sir. What about this? What is this called as? Here, this is called as calcium hydrogen carbonate. This is called as calcium. What is HCO3 called as? HCO3 is either called as calcium hydrogen carbonate, or it can also be called as calcium bicarbonate. So HCO3 ion can also be called as hydrogen carbonate ion or bicarbonate ion. They are one and the same. Are you having fun learning a lot of combination reactions? Yes, sir. Okay. Can we go for our last combination reaction? Which is our last combination reaction, sir? Let us go for CaO plus. What is CaO, sir? CaO is called as quicklime. The chemical name of CaO is nothing but calcium oxide. The chemical name of CaO is called as calcium oxide. CaO is mixed with water so that it forms CaOH twice. What is CaOH twice? CaOH twice is in fact slaked lime. This is called as slaked lime. The other name of slaked lime is calcium hydroxide. Okay, sir. What is the speciality of calcium hydroxide? This calcium hydroxide is used for whitewashing. When you are actually doing whitewashing, you will take calcium oxide. In Tamil, calcium oxide, common name quicklime, is called as Sunnambukal. You will mix it with water. When you are mixing it with water, a lot of heat will be evolved. So you will put plus heat energy over here. Because a lot of heat will be evolved. Okay, now you will take CaOH twice and simply paint it on the walls. It will initially be blue in color, but when CaOH twice once painted on the walls combines with carbon dioxide which is present in the air. What is happening, sir? Immediately you are forming CaCO3. What is CaCO3? CaCO3 is calcium carbonate. What is the nature of CaCO3 or calcium carbonate? Calcium carbonate is shiny white in color. Because of the formation of calcium carbonate as the wall is drying, the wall on which whitewashing is done is drying, and when it is drying, the carbon dioxide in the air combines with the slaked lime put on the walls and forms shiny white calcium carbonate, and this here water is evolved. Has water vapor. Are you able to understand this particular reaction? Now are you able to understand why walls, when whitewashing, they are blue in color, but after the entire thing dries off, it is becoming shiny white in color. First you are having quicklime or calcium oxide, you are mixing it with water, you are getting slaked lime and heat energy. And this slaked lime, you are putting it up in walls, using a brush. You need to be very careful when you are handling slaked lime, because this reaction is exothermic. What is exothermic? Exothermic means heat is being released. Exothermic means heat is being released. So CaOH twice is put up on the walls, it combines with carbon dioxide in the walls to get CaCO3, and this CaCO3 calcium carbonate is shiny white in color. In fact, CaCO3 is the same compound that eggshells are made up of. White color eggshells are made up of. So obviously CaCO3 when painted on the walls, it becomes, when CaCO3 formed on the walls, it is forming by this particular reaction. CaCO3 when formed on the walls is shiny white, and whitewashing is beautiful. Whitewashing is beautiful. Yeah, whitewashed walls are beautiful. That's basically the several different types of combination reaction. There are several different examples of, that is basically the several different examples of combination reaction. Here, these reactions are self-balanced. How, sir? Here there is one calcium, here also there is one calcium, one carbon, there is one carbon, there are two hydrogen, here also there is two hydrogen, here 2 plus 2, there are 4 oxygen, here there is 2 plus 2, 4 oxygen, here also there is 3 plus 1, 4 oxygen. So this equation is self-balanced. Here also the equation is self-balanced. Here there is calcium, here there is one calcium, oxygen is 2, here also oxygen is 2, hydrogen is 2, hydrogen is 2. This particular equation is also self-balanced. Here there is one calcium, here there is one calcium, here there are 2 carbons, so here also there are 2 carbons. Okay, here there are, what is the total number of oxygens? 3 plus 2 plus 1, 3. Here there is 3, 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. So here there is 3 into 2, 6. Here there is 3 into 2, 6. So here also there is 6 oxygen, here also there is 6 oxygen. That particular equation is self-balanced. Also, you need to add plus heat energy over here. Why, sir? Burning of coal is an exothermic reaction. A lot of heat will be released. Whenever you are writing an exothermic reaction, you need to put heat energy over here, plus heat energy along with the product, because heat energy is also a product. What is an exothermic reaction? When heat is released, it is called as an exothermic reaction. When heat is released, it is called as an exothermic reaction. And endothermic reaction means heat is absorbed. Doesn't this look like a N? When endothermic reaction, my hands, don't they look like a N? Endothermic reaction means heat is absorbed. I hope that you guys enjoyed this particular lecture. I enjoyed taking class to you guys. Yeah, cheers and thank you for listening to me. If you like our lectures, subscribe to our channel. Obviously, click the bell icon, put like in this video, and recommend our video in social media to your friends. Let us all have fun learning chemistry together. Cheers and thank you. See you guys in the next lecture. Cheers and thank you. See you guys in the next lecture.